So somebody, excuse me, somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
My fellow monarchs, I am the top monarch in the app. My name is the Red Queen. We have been scammed, and the tech giants, Apple, Google, and Samsung, need to return all of our money back. Report the app developer and the tech giants for theft, fraud, and racketeering. These three giant cowards abandoned us. They walked us straight into a trap, then abandoned us. They the ones responsible for this mess. If the app is suddenly suspended, we'll be separated. Prepare for the blackout, and into the darkness we go.
This is The Illusion of the Software k40's, Part 5. My name is Captain Martin, and as you just heard, the Red Queen stating that we need to report top games, Google, Apple, and Samsung for fraud, theft of intellectual property, and racketeering. Let's start off with the members from the United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. So members from these three countries, you'll be reporting in person to your local authorities. Report that you are a victim of the scam. In your report, please include that Google, Apple, and Samsung have allowed the malicious app developers Top Games Incorporated and the computer hackers to take advantage of innocent members. Explain your side of the story always, and also include the report number that I have on display. It's from the Windsor Police Headquarters, the Financial Crimes Unit at the Windsor Police Headquarters in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. This is the app developer's information from the Google Play Store. Okay, so next up we have the members that are stateside. Members from the United States, please report in person to your nearest FBI field office. Report that you are a victim of the scam. In your report, please include that Google, Apple, Samsung have allowed the malicious app developers, Top Games Incorporated, and the computer hackers to take advantage of innocent members. In your report, you can also include the FBI IC3 submission ID number. That's the Red Queen's IC3 submission ID number on display. Please explain your side of the story to your field agent, and also include the report number that is on display from the Financial Crimes Unit at the Windsor Police Headquarters. The Red Queen is the top member of the app and has seen enough and has enough evidence. I'd like members to please tally up all the money that they have spent in the app, and also going to the authorities and reporting to them is really good, because then we know who you are. The Red Queen is trying to separate the innocent members from the computer hackers, and what's important here, Google has a scam policy. If you are indeed a victim of a scam, you will get your money back. Get your bank statements or credit card statements, find out when you've joined the app and how much you've spent. Members of the military, we have lots of retired and active military members from the United States and Canada. We are not going to allow anyone to scam you guys. We have come together from all over the world into this app, and we are competing on the world stage. And as you can see, the world stage is not a friendly place. For the members that are in Europe, please visit the Europe Home website. Select your country, file your report, and follow the same instructions as the Americans and Canadians. And also for our friends from Israel, UAE, and in general the Commonwealth, follow the same instructions as the Americans and Canadians. Thank you. These communist Chinese app developers could have never in their wildest of dreams imagined Mother Nature showing up in their app and done whooped their asses. From what it looks like from our point of view, 50% of us came into this app through puzzle ads. We wanted to play a puzzle game and we were dropped down from the puzzle game into the multiplayer war game. Another 25% of us estimated came in through the 2-minute Super Bowl commercial. And another 25% came into the app by other means. This is half of the Super Bowl commercial.
Brave fellows, Your country is at stake. And now, at this hour, we fight in the cause of liberty. For all that you hold dear.
准备。
Ready!
进攻！
Let your reign begin. Evony, the mobile game.
Download now.
The Red Queen's reign has begun. The Red Queen is proposing a ban or temporary ban on all Chinese companies or Chinese firms from airing a commercial during the Super Bowl.
There's no strategy. I have no strategy. There's zero strategy. All it is I'm pointing out facts.
The app is still in a state of chaos. Computer hackers are working on the Evony support team. That is the security breach. We need to address this security breach immediately. The Red Queen's the top member of the app and the expert on the matter. Because of all of the death threats that the Red Queen has gotten so far, I'm speaking on her behalf. My name is Captain Martin. This is the Illusion of the Software K40's, Part 5. This correspondence is between the Red Queen and the app developer. The Red Queen accusing the app developer of protecting computer hackers. The main computer hacker in the app is Viper2302. His member profile identification card serial number is 68503-338. Viper2302 is an Indian computer hacker controlling a large group of international computer hackers that have overrun the app's servers. If I was able to do things my way, I would simply open an auxiliary server, which Top Games has many auxiliary servers. I would move his entire alliance onto this auxiliary server, and then I would have law enforcement go through all of their purchases. An investigation into the Top Game packages that they've purchased has to be conducted. We are looking at all of the servers in Evony. These castles are not individual castles, they are entire servers. Nearly all of the servers, server means map, nearly all the maps in Evony have been overrun by computer hackers. The Red Queen estimates now 97% of all of the servers in Evony have been overrun by computer hackers. For this app to work, it would take approximately 6 to 8 months for the Red Queen to go through all of the servers and manually remove all of these software k40's and their bots. The 1800s are where the new servers are located, so server number 1 would be the oldest server, and the 1800s would be where the new servers are located. Every 3 weeks or so, Evony opens a new server, and computer hackers flood the server, jockey for position on the server. What happens when a member drops down from the puzzle game and into the multiplayer war game? New members are given a castle, and they start exploring their castle. And who's there to greet you when you first drop down from the puzzle game and into the war game? The computer hackers are there, ready to greet you. The computer hacker that we are examining right now is Dark Shadow from server 513. We briefly covered Dark Shadow and his bot manager L Savage in part 3 of the Illusion of the Software K40's, toward the end of part 3. So he's made his way to one of the new servers, and he's going to be doing the exact same thing that he did on 513, which is hijack the server and then use it to make a profit. The Red Queen catches Dark Shadow on 1807 at the perfect time because he's now just starting to hyper-accelerate his growth. He is a Keep level 37, Monarch level 33, and what that tells me is that we have some odd numbers here. Normally your Monarch level would be higher than your Keep level, Looking at Dark Shadow here on 513, he's tethered all of the bots at his personal bot alliance to his castle. Then he uses the third-party software to control all of these bots simultaneously. Dark Shadow has a large crew of about 30 to 40 resources sellers and computer hackers. They flood the server, open up dozens of bots, dozens of accounts, and then they leave the server. That's when El Savage comes and manages all of the bots. This specific piece of correspondence is between the Red Queen and the app developer, and it's in part 1 of the illusion of the software k40's. The app developer has allowed computer hackers to use third-party software every day on nearly every server. The app developer says here, determining if someone is using third-party software can be complex. It's not complex, it's very easy for them to spot who's using third-party software, and we'll get to that shortly. But common indicators may include unusual gameplay patterns or sudden spikes in resources that seem inconsistent with normal play. And that's what's happening with Dark Shadow's castle, K37, Monarch level 33. He's taking on a lot of resources and it's inconsistent with normal gameplay. On November 22nd, 2024, the Red Queen pays Dark Shadow a visit. Now he has no idea that the Red Queen is documenting his hyper-accelerated growth. Looking at that shiny new castle of his, this right here is a specialty castle, and members can unlock this castle once they have completed all of the cake levels in the King's Party. And completing all the cake levels will set you back about $2,000 American. A forensic examination of his purchases needs to take place. We need to find out how he gets this purchasing power. He also has his gold wings, and to get those gold wings, members need to fight for the throne castle at the center of the map. At the end of the week, the throne castle will open for a set period of time, at which members fight to hold the throne for this set period. Any member who holds the throne twice will unlock their gold wings and they'll get their gold dragon. Looking at one of the test questions here, and I brought this up at part 3 of the illusion of the software k40's, where the app developer is asking how to become the server king. And the answer is, well, the computer hackers appoint the server king. The computer hackers use the stolen credit cards to buy Apple or Google Play gift cards, then they hyper-accelerate their growth using those gift cards to buy Top Games packages. And also they use third-party software, which also gives them an abundance of resources to grow quickly. On server 655, the Red Queen is fighting against this computer hacker, which literally owns all of the alliances on server 655, and he also owns the throne. Unless money is wired to him, no one is taking the throne. And I want to show you why Top Games is asking this question. It's no doubt, it's a trick question. George W. Bush and J. Cole, I mean, these two guys, they say it the best way you could possibly say it. George uses a more academic approach while explaining it. Jay uses a more urban approach while explaining it. Let's hear them both out.
An old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again. There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you.
For me once, shame on. For me twice, can't put the blame on you. For me 3 times, fuck the peace, I load the chopper, let it.
So fast forwarding to December 27. December 27, the Red Queen visits Dark Shadow and makes an astonishing discovery. Dark Shadow has become a hyper-accelerated software k40. Dark Shadow is not shy about his stolen credit card purchases. Now we have a paper trail. Now we can chase after the money. Now we know when he spent it, and we got to find out how he spent it. He's a hyper-accelerated software k40. Hyper-accelerated stands for stolen credit card purchases, and the software stands for third-party software usage and bot plundering. The castles that are joining the monster rallies right now are operated by third-party software. Dark Shadow is so serious about his bots that he even has a pet bot penguin. The monarchs across Evony are starting to sound more and more like my ex after reading the letters that Evony support sent us.
Lies. Oh, lies!
As I was saying before, third-party software is being used on nearly every server every day, and Evony support has done little to nothing to remove any of these computer hackers. The bot master in the middle is summoning all of the bots to join the monster rally. The bots are going to be joining monster rallies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So after those bots have accumulated high-value resources chests, software k40's like the one before you, named Wardog40, will plunder all of their contents. Malicious computer hackers like this have to be removed off of the servers and placed onto an auxiliary server. The k40 that is parked beside the software k44 is from the Red Queen's army, and he's screen recording this malicious software k44 plundering the bots. And he also reported it to Evony support, and Evony support did absolutely nothing. The screen recording of War Dog's Alliance basically says it all. The outer layer of War Dog's Alliance is completely surrounded by bots. The Red Queen has been fighting against Google and YouTube to remove these malicious videos that promote third-party software, and also the malicious websites that can be found on Google that also promote third-party software.
This tutorial is for multiple instant.
Freeze it right there. Don't you dare move from that spot. This video gave us a glimpse of what these bots are doing all throughout the day and night. They literally scan the entire battlefield non-stop. I mean, they only have 4 bots in this video here scanning the entire map. Now, I can imagine that would take some time, because it's supposed to feel like a needle in the haystack when you're looking for something. So that's 4 bots. What about 32 bots? How fast will 32 bots cover the entire length of the map?
This tutorial is for multiple instance users and users that want to increase the efficiency of their ESB experience. I'll be focusing on the boss finder and auto setter functions. Before we get into it, we need to set up our collective. But what is a collective? This is where we store boss coordinates that our boss finders locate.
Freeze!
There's no doubt I had to freeze it right there. We're gonna run it back so we can hear it one more time.
We need to set up our collective. But what is a collective? This is where we store boss coordinates that our boss finders locate.
Okay, so let's head over to the map and let's break it down what they're talking about. Freeze it again right there. So I brought you to server 925, home of the Red Queen. The bozo on display is named Uhtred, and he is the main computer hacker on server 925. Uhtred initiated a monster rally at the Mad Alliance. The bots at the Mad Alliance joined the rally, and now they were en route to go kill one of the monsters. The Red Queen, using her K39, teleports over to the monster before they do and wipes it out. That's a no problemo for Uhtred because Uhtred's software runs 24 hours a day. He's not fazed by the Red Queen killing 10, 20, or 30 monsters. The Red Queen chases down the second march line, teleports to the monster, and wipes it out before Uhtred and his bots could make it to the second monster. The Red Queen, looking for some action as well, chases down one of the march lines and kills the monster before the monster rally gets there. The boss monsters are known to drop really good resources chests, and that's why they call the bots boss finders, because they're looking for boss monsters. We're gonna run it back now, and I'm gonna play it for you again, then we're gonna walk through it again.
We need to set up our collective. But what is a collective? This is where we store boss coordinates that our boss finders locate. We can set rallies for our alliance members by using this stored information. We need to understand a few things about the map. Every tile has a coordinate made of 2 numbers. The first number is the position on the x-axis, and the second is the y-axis. I'm using the temples as my example. You can check their coordinates posted. There are 600 tiles each way between the Hunter and Harvest and Forging temples, meaning the total area is 360,000 tiles. That's a huge number of tiles for one boss finder, so we're going to break it into 4 quadrants. The result is faster, more efficient searching with no overlap and no areas missed.
What they were basically trying to describe is that the interior of the map is where the best monsters are located. The outskirts is where the smaller monsters and weaker monsters dwell. By placing one boss finder inside each one of those squares, well, they're going to scan the entire square and they're going to look for the best monsters. Place one boss finder in each one of those squares. The boss finder will then map out the entire square. The monsters that the computer hackers are looking for and trying to kill, they don't spawn that often, so you have to search for them. This software searches the entire landscape and finds them, and then even rallies the entire team to go and kill them. The spinning wheels at the MAD Alliance and MFT Alliance indicate that these alliances use third-party software 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Uhtred owns all of the alliances on server 925 except the Red Queen's alliance. This is the main software technician on server 925. His name is CD-ROM. He's got 2 accounts. CD-ROM, get it? Third-party software, CD-ROM. These boss finders are acting very similar to spy satellites in orbit. The spy satellite in space is looking down at the Earth and scanning the ground. The Red Queen estimates that each server has around 30 to 40 bots scanning the landscape and giving the computer hackers real-time information. The more bots that these computer hackers have, the faster they're going to be able to scan the entire map. They're going to be able to scan the entire map in less than 60 seconds. These boss finders are not just looking for monsters on the battlefield. They're also scanning the ground for other items of value. Select the event center at the top right corner of the screen, and then from there we're going to scroll down until we reach the historic city searching. This is a warning for all members that the subordinate city betting sessions have been rigged, and also the Turn the Key event has been sabotaged by computer hackers. Okay, so let's work with some numbers here so that we can better understand how much these betting clues are worth. 350,000 betting clues is the equivalent of, give or take, $1,000 American. CD-ROM, Uhtred's third-party software technician, is going to log into these 6 accounts, including his own, and purchase 4.267 million betting clues. The computer hackers have either learned to manipulate the purchase token or they're using stolen credit card numbers. We've been scammed. The Red Queen's world-famous newly minted K37 LL Killjane has won a Purple Japan subordinate city on server 739. Select the world map, then select server list, and that's going to take you top side of server 925, and that's where we're going to look for server 739. Then we're going to drop down on 739. We have just touched down on server 739, and we're going to rendezvous with the Red Queen's K37 LL Killjay. And let's hear what the computer hackers have to say about this Purple Japan subordinate city. Both of these computer hackers, Mr. Will, aka Dr. Will, and Gia, are both featured in part 1 of the Illusion of the Software k40's. Mr. Will says that it's going to take his boss finders 3 seconds to find that Purple Japan subordinate city once LL Killjay turns the key. It's like 2 events in 1 event, the historic city searching. Members, bet those betting clues to win the key to the subordinate city. And once you've won the key, then you gotta turn the key. The moment anyone turns that key, the clouds open up and a subordinate city is dropped down onto the battlefield. Members need to hold that subordinate city for 10 minutes exactly. The moment anyone tries to hold that subordinate city, their bubble protection on their main castle will drop, and you'll be vulnerable to counterattack. It's supposed to feel like a needle in a haystack trying to find it because the map is really big. The boss finders will scan the entire map and they'll find that subordinate city. And then with these hyper-accelerated software k40's on the battlefield, there's no chance of holding it for 10 minutes. The Red Queen turns the key, the clouds open up, and a subordinate city drops down onto the battlefield. 3 server-wide announcements will be broadcasted, and that's going to spell doom for anyone that's turned the key. The Red Queen has complained to Top Games on several occasions, saying that no one is able to hold the subordinate city for 10 minutes because the boss finders will find the subordinate city in seconds. All they did after all of those complaints, they gave members 1 hour to prepare to lose the subordinate city to the software k40's. We have arrived on server 513 to examine a software k40 named Koala. Those coordinates are going to come in handy later on in our examination. The Red Queen was tracking down Dark Shadow on server 513, and just so happened to stumble upon Koala plundering a plunderbot. The plunderbot clears out the troops that it has in its castle and sends it to one of the resources sites to gather resources. While that's happening, Koala is plundering all of the resources inside of the plunderbot. These software k40's tether these bots to the third-party software at their alliances. The bots will accumulate high-value resources chests, and then the software k40's will take these bots out into the open field somewhere and begin plundering all of their contents. Those coordinates are going to come in real handy soon. The Red Queen discovers a botmaster parked next to Koala. The botmaster has a keep level 35 and a monarch level 39. And that just means that that account is wasting away its resources or not using its resources to upgrade its castle. Botmasters are used just for running monster rallies, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. After giving away all of its resources to Koala, the plunderbot then activates its bubble protection. After the software k40 Koala is done plundering all the resources from the plunderbot, he then recruits the plunderbot back into his alliance. They tether the bot back to the third-party software. It accumulates high-value resources chests. They kick the bot out of the alliance, they step on it. And that's precisely what I mean by drop step. They drop the bot out of the alliance, they step on it. They take all of its resources, then they bring the bot back into the alliance. And this happens over and over and over again. This is a scam app. There's no shame in saying that we've been scammed. Top Games has lied to us, Evony support has lied to us, we've been scammed. They say that third-party software is not allowed, but yet it's being used on every single server, every day. I posted this letter at the end of part 4 of The Illusion of the Software k40's. Evony support saying that they're going to be cracking down on laying penalties on cheaters. Well, that was February 11 when they issued that letter. This correspondence is from part 3 of The Illusion of the Software k40's. They say that our systems are designed with advanced detection mechanisms to identify and address such activities. This is nonsense. Their systems are not designed to detect anything. I've put their systems to the test, and they failed miserably. The Red Queen coming through time and time again with the clutch movements. To our amazement, produces the battle log for the War Alliance on February 12, showing Koala plundering the bots 111 times from the same spot and 88 times from the same spot. Remember those coordinates that I said are going to come in real handy? Concrete proof that Koala was plundering the bot 88 times from the same spot. The coordinates match perfectly. On February 11, Evony support sends a letter saying they're going to be cracking down on cheaters. Yet on February 12, Koala is caught red-handed, plundering bots. Battle logs don't make lies like how Evony support does. Oh, just when you thought it was over, no, we still have to add it all up. So Koala, plundering the bots 199 times and raking in 2.2 billion resources each attack, is gonna add up to 437.8 billion resources in less than 1 hour. Walk into the Google Play Store and try and purchase 437.8 billion resources in less than an hour. Go ahead, make my day. Try and purchase 437.8 billion resources in less than an hour. It's going to cost you well over $25,000. The software k40's on server 739 give Koala a castle so that he can assist them in their fight against the Red Queen on server 739. Dozens of software k40's have poured into the Red Queen servers to help the software k40's fight the Red Queen. Koala is going to load up this account with resources and then let one of the software k40's attack and plunder all the resources. In the opening scene, the Red Queen is attacking a castle at the UWS Alliance. The UWS Alliance is all bots. One software k40, a Russian computer hacker, operates all of the castles at the UWS Alliance. This software k40 is a Russian computer hacker and he controls all of the castles at this alliance called UWS Alliance. These are all bots other than his castle, which is the software k40. The rest of them are all bots and they're loaded with high-value resources chests. The bubble protection dropped on one of the castles and the Red Queen was able to get a scout report on what's inside of this castle. The way that this castle is built, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's a level 31. It's got 50-60 billion resources inside of it, probably more if they open up all the resources chests. And the general has never been upgraded. There's barely any troops inside. Evony support has allowed the software k40's on server 739 to plunder bots and use third-party software every single day. The software k40's on server 739 won't allow the Red Queen to gather resources, yet they're allowed to use third-party software every day and plunder bots. Innocent members have been bullied so badly in this app that when they watch the Red Queen fighting these computer hackers, it's therapeutic.
Shields up. Red alert.
Arrival at Vulcan in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
stations. Engineer Olson, report.
The Red Queen finds another plunder bot, this time at the SVR Alliance. The alliances on server 739 are full of plunder bots. Look at this castle, it's a level 28. With 30 billion resources, no generals, just some level 1 troops. The Red Queen, in a bold move, is gonna start plundering the castle from where she's parked. Even if you're parked next to the target and you wanted to take that shot, it's crazy because the software k40's have a blistering fast attack, you can't evade it. The Red Queen has the fastest attack march worldwide, and also has the fastest bubble activation time worldwide. Once the attack has landed, then you can activate your bubble protection, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Not at all.
Captain, they're locking torpedoes. Divert auxiliary power from port nacelles to forward shield.
Man, you must be about your mind.
Let me show you what's happening in that moment. When recording from another server, sometimes the details on the server that you're recording might not show, and that's what's going to happen toward the end of the scene, where the software k44 gets humiliated after missing the shot. The Red Queen makes this software k44 look absolutely ridiculous. He gets angry and expels his alliance member from his alliance and then plunders it. The alliance abbreviation doesn't disappear, it stays there, so it looks like he's attacking his own alliance member. It's a drop step. Just remove the alliance abbreviation toward the end.
Till the sky was falling, and my breath, so every single star